Hello, welcome to CAD in BIM, where we train civil and structural engineers. And in this tutorial, I'll be taking you through everything you need to know about spreadsheets. And without wasting much time, let's get started. So, briefly, what I'll be focusing on today's episode, because I'll be using a number of ways, so just to cover everything regarding RC spreadsheets. And if this is something you're interested in, please, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe so that whenever I produce something like this, you will always be notified. Now, let's check on why do we need actually to do manual calculation. First is just to check output in softwares and to avoid garbage in, garbage out, and also to verify software design results. And finally is that to give us confidence and good engineering judgment so that we are always confident. Now this is the reason why we need manual calculation. So Excel sheets are literally automated manual calculations. Instead of working them with your calc, and human is to error and error is to human, you can always make mistakes. So to avoid that, they have coded this in Excel sheets whereby we automate our calculation to avoid minimum errors. Why do we need the spreadsheet? First, they are faster. They'll save you a lot of time. Time is money. Saving you time, and you get time to do other things, and you finish your work on time and all that, and you are sure it's accurate. One, they are very much organized. Secondly, they support these two codes, that's BS 8110 and Eurocode 2. Secondly is that suitable for verification, teaching. You can always verify what you are working on quickly and any other engine. So they are very good in doing verification and counter checking. Now let's move to the next thing that we want to understand is that okay, if you're using a cracked software, you'll never be sure of the result that you are going on. In most cases, you might get some what's called inconsistency in your result or corrupted results. So how do you help that? So Excel sheets are literally there to help us fix that. So exact actual load. So all these errors can always be counter-checked by Excel sheets. This is also another reason why we need Excel sheets. So we also have 10 major division for our spreadsheet. That's for both elements, and the first element whereby you can design slab separately, beams separately. Then we have what's called frame analysis. We have one-way slab analysis and design. We have two-way slab and flat slab. We have all these categories for our design. And now I've shown you that the final one, you have the staircase design and foundation, pad and strip and raft. All those one can be done by Excel sheet, and we're going to go through all these 10 categories step by step. We're going to go through all these 10 categories. So this is 8 plus these 2. Now let me now just take you step by step whatever it is contained in that software, as you can see here. So if we come back to our Excel sheet and then just open this Eurocode, so you can just have a look at this. So you can just notice that this is for the element design, as you can see here. We also now have this one here for the wall design, for the shear wall design and basement. We also have the staircase, as you can see. All these ones are whatever we have for the analysis. They also have, the version is the same, except that the formulas may differ here and there. To also explain the difference between maybe the Eurocode and what's the difference between those two is that when you talk of partial factor in Eurocode, you find that for this one is fixed, but we can vary it based on Eurocode gives us the room to vary it. Another thing is that flexual design, it's simplified. This also now for Eurocode is more simplified. Here we have tabulated calculation. Here we have formula-based calculation. We have less strict and is more strict on this. So Eurocode usually is an improved version of US 8110. That's what I can say based on that. So what we'll do in the next episode is that I'll be working on this. That is reinforced concrete RCC 21, not 2.1 but 21 RCC 21. So this one will help us to see how we can analyze the subframe. Just to show you what I am referring to. This is the frame that we want to analyze and see how it behaves. Same with design that I've worked here, and it's the same one that I've actually worked here in ProtaStructure. So if you really check the next episode, please subscribe, like and comment. So